How are you, my dear class 10 English version students? Today I am going to start our new chapter. Our new chapter is the chapter 2. You know, this also a repeat class and also repeat chapter, and our chapter name is Cells and Tissue of Organisms. Yes, it's also very detailed chapter. We know. Today I also explain the cell. What is cell? In the previous class we also know what is cell. Cell is the total structural unit of any organisms. Yes, but Loy and CKBs also describe that about cell. Cell is surrounded by a selectively permeable membrane as the unit of any activity which can exactly duplicate itself without any different medium. Yes, cell is the basically total structural unit of any organisms. Today our main topic is cell. Here I also draw, first is the plant cell, another is the animal cell. We also different between what is the plant cell and animal cell, which organisms also stay there. Today I also give the any chart. Please everyone write this the chart. First topic is cell wall. It has also the plant cell. First structure is cell wall. Another is the protoplasm. Third is plasma lemma. Fourth is the cytoplasm organelles, and fifth is nucleus. Here cytoplasm also have two parts. One part is also membrane bound cytoplasmic organelles. Membrane bound. Here I also the membrane bound is also extra outer layer. And non-membranous cytoplasmic organelles. It has no any membranous organelles. Today our first topic is the cell wall. Please everyone open the book, and I also give you briefly what is cell wall and what is the stage there. First, cell wall. Cell wall basically, I also explain after cell wall I also explain how many types of cell. There are basically on the basis of nucleus. We know there are two types of cell. First is prokaryotic cell and another is eukaryotic cell. How can we define? It's also the basis of nucleus. First is prokaryotic cell. What is the prokaryotic cell? Here, a prokaryotic cell does not contain a true nucleus. This is why it is called a cell with a primitive types of nucleus. The term nucleoid fits nicely in this case. Nuclear materials in a prokaryotic cell are not surrounded by a nuclear membrane. They are dispersed in its cytoplasm. The chromosomal structure of a prokaryotic cell consists only unwrapped DNA. Example is blue-green algae and also bacteria. So we know what is the prokaryotic cell. It is also a primitive type of nucleus. Second is eukaryotic cell. We also basis the nucleus after eukaryotic cell. In this type of cell, the nucleus is well structured, meaning the nuclear materials are well organized and surrounded by a nuclear membrane. Other cell organelles along with ribosome are present. Chromosomes consist of DNA, histone protein and other components. Most living cells and also Homo sapiens and also we are of this type. On the basis of function, there are also two types of cell. One is the somatic cell and another is the gametic cell. I also describe what is somatic cell and also gametic cell. First, somatic cell. This type of cell takes part in the composition of the body of an organism. Somatic cells divide through the process of binary fission and also mitosis division. Organisms grow in this way. Moreover, these cells take part in the organization of different organs and organ systems. So somatic cells, the another name is the mitosis, cell division. Another is gametic cell. You know gamete? Male gamete, female gamete, it also consists chromosome N and chromosome N. Explain. Gametic cells are produced in the organisms in which sexual reproduction and alternation of generation occur. Alternation of generation. Have you any idea? First step is the 2N and the another step is N. The 2N is the another name is diploid and the other name is N is the haploid. This also the alternation of generation. Primordial germ cells divide through mitotic division and produce gametic cells. In a gametic cell, the number of chromosomes becomes a half of its somatic step and then they begin to zygote. Then our lesson I also draw this cell wall, protoplasm, plasma, lemma, cytoplasmic organelles, nucleus. First I also explain what is the cell wall. Basically cell wall. Cell wall is a unique feature of a plant cell. Here I also draw the cell wall. Please everyone see this. These are the cell wall. And they are also cellulose, hemicellulose, pectin, lignin and suberin. And the chemical composition of a cell wall is complex. A bacterial cell wall is composed of protein, lipid and carbohydrate, and a fungal cell wall is the basis of a chitin. Here another type is the protoplasm. I also draw this is the protoplasm and granules structure. What is the protoplasm? Here protoplasm, the translucent semi-fluid viscous substances that constitutes the interior matter of a living cell is called cytoplasm. Everything surrounded by the cell wall is protoplasm. Even plasma lemma is a part of it. Protoplasm also contains cytoplasmic organelles and nucleus. Here everything also stays there. This type is also protoplasm. Another structure is plasma lemma. Here I also draw the plasma lemma. These types and these types also the plasma lemma. What is plasma lemma? The double layered membrane around the protoplasm of a cell is called cell membrane or plasma lemma. This membrane is very flexible. The foldings of a cell membrane are called microvilli. Here I also draw the microvilli. They are also the folding and another name is microvilli, which are mainly composed of lipids and protein. There are also the lipids and protein and it's also another name is plasma lemma. Now I also explain cytoplasmic organelles. How many types of cytoplasmic organelles? There are two types of cytoplasmic organelles. First is membrane bound cytoplasm and another is non-membranous cytoplasmic organelles. Here I also explain membrane bound cytoplasmic organelles. First structure is mitochondria. Here I also draw the mitochondria, outer layer and inner layer. Outer layer is smooth but inner layer is not smooth and is the another name is cristae. Here I also draw this little bit and it's also a oxysome. Now what is the mitochondria? I also explain this. Everyone see the book Mitochondria. These organelles play a very important role in cellular respiration. It is surrounded by a double-layered membrane which is composed of phospholipid and protein. Please everyone marks that first is phospholipid and another is protein. The inner membrane has infolding. The inner membrane is infolding and the another name is cristae. These foldings are studded with small round bodies known as oxysomes. I also explain this oxysomes. The oxysome contain enzymes. The space enclosed by the inner membrane is matrix. Here the inner membrane enclosed is another name is matrix. The main function of mitochondria is to help the organism in cellular respiration. You know the chapter 4 bioenergetics. We also explain the respiration 4 stages: glycolysis, acetyl-CoA, Krebs cycle, and electron transport system. Here the mitochondria is also the another parts of the respiration. Another topic is plastid. Very important parts of any plant cell. Plastid. We also explain the plastid and I draw the plastids. Another structure, chloroplast. I also draw the chloroplast structure. 1 layer and 2 layer. This 2 layer also is smooth. Okay, and I also draw granum. This structure is granum and another is the granum, and these are another name is granum, lamellum, stroma, lamellum. Please see the book what is the plastid and explain that. Plastid. A plastid is an important organelle of a plant cell. The main functions of a plastid are to produce and store food and cause the appealing and colorful appearances of flower, fruits and leaves of a plant. Flowers with appealing colors help pollinate plants. There are 3 categories of plastids. First is chloroplast, another is chromoplast, and last is the leucoplast. First is chloroplast. Here I also draw the organelles, chloroplast. Green plastids are also called chloroplast. They are found in the cells of leaves, young stems and other green parts of a plant. The grana of a plastid. Here the grana of a plastid capture solar energy and convert it into chemical energy. With the help of enzymes in stroma, here these are the stroma. I also see this structure is stroma. This solar energy helps produce simple carbohydrates or also glucose from cellular water and carbon dioxide taken from air. This structure is, we know, the photosynthesis. And this type of plastid looks green because it has chlorophyll. Carotenoids are also present in them. I also explain first plastid structure, chloroplast. Another is chromo. What is the chromoplast? Chromoplasts are colored but are not green. The photosynthetic pigments, xanthophyll, carotene, phycoerythrin and phycocyanin are present in them, and so some of them are. First, xanthophyll. This color is yellow. Some are blue. This color is phycocyanin and the phycoerythrin also color red. Leucoplast. Another structure of plastids, leucoplast, is contrast of other plastids. Leucoplasts are non-pigmented. They are usually found in the cells of the plant parts where sunlight does not reach. For example, root, gametes and embryo. Their main function is the storage of food. Leucoplasts can be transformed into chloroplast or chloroplast when they come in contact with the sunlight. They can transform. First is chloroplast and thus leucoplast. Another structure I also draw the Golgi body. It's also a important cell organelle. I also draw the Golgi body. Please everyone see. First structure, second structure and third structure, and this structure is vacuole. I also explain what is Golgi body. The Golgi body is found within the cytoplasm of both plant and animal cells. It is composed of stacks of membrane-bound structures known as cisternae and vesicles. These are vesicles and these are cisternae. Okay. Another structure is endoplasmic reticulum. Please everyone see the nucleus and here the endoplasmic reticulum. Basically reticulums are two parts. Here I also explain. Ribosomes are studded with the cytoplasmic site of rough endoplasmic reticulum, and so proteins are synthesized in these places. Membrane-bound vesicles from the endoplasmic reticulum shuttle proteins and other materials produced in a cell. Sometimes the endoplasmic reticulum stretches up the cytoplasmic membrane, and thus is assumed that enzymes for other cells and other substances produced inside the cell are transported by the endoplasmic reticulum. So, we know that the endoplasmic are two types. One is the rough endoplasmic reticulum where stays the ribosome, and another is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Fifth are vacuole. What is the vacuole? The hollow space. Please see the vacuole. It's also very big vacuole, and there also little bit vacuole. Okay. First structure. What is the vacuole? Vacuole. The hollow space which can be seen in cytoplasm is called cell vacuole. Large vacuole is a prime feature of a plant cell. Its main function is to contain cell sac. Another structure is lysosome. What is lysosome? Its another name is suicidal bed. We also explain the lysosome. Lysosome protects cells from germs. The lysosome enzyme kills germs. These enzymes are protected by a membrane so that other organelles do not get digested when they come in contact with these enzymes. Now, I also explain non-membranous cytoplasmic organelles. First structure is cytoskeleton, another is ribosome, and third is centrosome. Now, I also explain the cytoskeleton. Is there seen the cytoskeleton? No. This structure may be this thin type structure or rod shaped structure. First is cytoskeleton. The cytoskeleton is a complex network of fibers that shapes the cell and hold organelles in place. It is located just beneath the plasma lemma. These fibers consist of a complex mesh of protein filaments, actin, myosin, and tubulin. A sum of the proteins are used to make the fibers. There are three types of the cytoskeleton. First is the microtubules, another is the microfilaments, another is the intermediate filaments. These are the three types of cytoskeleton. Last structure is ribosome. Ribosomes, another name is the factory of protein. Yes, ribosomes are found in all living cells. They lay membrane around them and help in protein synthesis. The bondage of polypeptide chains of proteins are carried out by ribosome. They also provide enzymes needed for the cell. Enzymes help to accelerate the speed of biochemical reactions. Dear students, I also explain the membranous bound cytoplasmic organelles and the non-membranous bound cytoplasmic organelles. Another structure is nucleus. Do you know what is the nucleus? Nucleus is another name is the brain of cell. And the nucleus, there are four structures. First is nucleolus, another is nucleoplasm, third is the nucleolus, and the fourth is the reticulum. Chromatin reticulum. Here, please my students, everyone draw the plant cell and animal cell and compare this. Thank you today.